Hey, Shalom Meshael, when the stuff souls but give no praise to Yahbashem, Yashar, Bashem, Makar, Kodash, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and honors to you brothers doing the work in truth, war, sincerity. Yes, it's just a quick one. It's on this video here. Excuse Black Hebrew Israelite member speaks out after Covington Catholic confrontation on Fox News here. Right, and look, man. But both of these guys ain't right. I mean, who is this guy? Like, what is your name? Who is this guy? That they've got on as the face of Israel, and who's this guy? Well, there's you watch this video, and there's several points that that are just off, right? First thing first, this guy's coming like a right devil. And second, this guy here, one people said, who is he? And why isn't he defending the gospel? Right, he's one of them, PC Israelites, as starting from the apostles on down, are referred to, guys that don't want to declare the truth of the gospel. Next thing, near at the end, he says, we're all equal. Well, you can cut that with several scriptures. What else here? Right, they basically did a smear campaign on the brothers from San Francisco Bay, right? They had this clip here, which more or less everyone's seen this clip, man, right? Where they literally chop and change, the video to suit their narrative, right? Because at the end of it, I'll just let it play through. You won't be able to hear anything, right? Right, the way they cut this clip, right, where the woman ends on the floor or whatever, what have you, right? They don't show the bit where she's the one who gets arrested, right? She was the one going off. She was the one being a demon, right? The brothers were dealing with her peaceably, but what more can you expect from Esau? Esau was the devil, and this here is proof that he's the devil, right? Because what does the word devil mean? In fact, let's get into it. Right. Well, look what you said. It is one to slander attack. I'm just looking through, and I was like, that stood out to me. I can grab that in the scriptures. Psalms 50:20. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, right? Thou slanderest thine own mother's tongue. And who's that talking about? But who was our mother? Our mother was Rebecca. And who's this talking about? It's talking about Jacob and Esau. Right, so Esau slandered. He's slandering us right now, man. Right, but once again, he's the devil, right? I'm just scanning for the point. Wrong button, select. Well, I mean, the word devil simply means deceiver, right? Like I said, I see one of the things here, accuse of slander, but it means deceiver, man. Right? He's throwing out lies against us. Right? Well, slander is a lie, because it ain't the truth. Right? So he is the devil, right? So we grab that. And what else? Oh, then you had this group down here, ISUPK, right? They were on what do you call it? They they didn't mention the name of the Lord. They said we had a king. They didn't mention it. And one of the things that I've been observing is, especially this guy, man. He doesn't bring out scriptures, man. Right? This guy basically asked him, "Oh, should I pay for the sins of or should someone pay for the sins of the father?" And this guy, in a roundabout way, says yes. Right? And then even people on the comment board were getting on him. They're like, well, the scripture says, but the scripture says, you shall not pay for the sins of the father, which is correct, right? But these guys don't seem to understand that through the Spirit. They are their fathers, right? So in fact, in that point, it's Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities, right? So like I said, is this a contradiction? No, right? Because ultimately in the scripture there's this thing called reincarnation, right? And in reincarnation you have a what do you call it? Basically you come back again. In fact, these are a whole load of topics on the matter, right? Scriptures rather, reincarnation, turning scriptures, right? Job 14:14, if a man die, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait till my change come, right? This is the one I was actually looking for, Ecclesiastes 3:16. Moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, right? That wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there, right? So, hey, you get judged when you come back on this life, right? So let's say you what you call it, you was dealing wickedly, whatever, what have you. Read Job, the 3rd chapter, right? You find out that all the wicked are in the same place. They're in the spirit realm, right? So then when do you get judged? See a man who's been done wickedly all his life and he hasn't been judged for it. When is he judged? He's judged when he comes back. Now all of those guys that owned Jake as slaves, all those guys that did wickedly to Jake, they're going to be judged, this time around. And then for 1,000 years in the kingdom for the wickedness that they've done, right? Ecclesiastes 6:10, that which hath been is named already, and it is known, that is man, neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. Is that more than that? I don't know. So I'll say that. You can read into that, see if there's more in there. Yeah, Lamentation 5:7. Our fathers have sinned and done not, so they're no longer here, right? This is the Lamentations, right? This is Israel, right? It says our fathers have sinned and done not, and we have borne their iniquities. So if we borne the iniquities of our fathers, right? And then, like I said, if you're looking at it from a spiritual perspective, we are our forefathers, right? Through reincarnation, we've all lived here before, right? That's why we're paying for the sins that we did in our last lives, right? Malachi 4:5, behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yahweh, right? And you saw that happening, because who did Elijah come back as? In fact, Matthew 11:14. You read into this a bit, right? 11 and Matthew 11:12, and from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, the violent take it by force. Right, for all the prophets and the law prophesied until John, and yet if you receive it, this is Elias, right, Elijah, which was for to come. He that hath ears, let him hear. Right, so he who can accept this, he who can get the understanding of this, here is the understanding of this matter. Right, this is what it is. Right, so Elijah came back as John the Baptist, right? Yeah, another one in Matthew 17:10, going into what do you call it? Into the same thing, right? Hey, if you can receive this, right? Matthew 22:42, saying, "What think ye of Yahushua? Whose son is he?" They say unto him, the son of David, right? Because if you can receive it, yeah, the one whom the world calls Jesus Christ is actually King Solomon as well in the reincarnation, right? And breaking that all down is, that's a mystery in itself. So it's Matthew 1:1. It says the book of the generation of Yahushua Mashiach, the son of David, right? King Solomon, the son of Abraham, Isaac, right? And you can go into that, and that's a whole topic on its own, right? Fact. 2 Samuel 7:14. Start a bit up, right? It says verse 12. It says, and when the days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. This is basically talking to King David, right? And who was set up after him, right? King Solomon, right? It says, and he shall build an house of my name, right? We all know that King Solomon built the house of the Lord, right? It says, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever, right? And I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men, right? So, so you look at King Solomon. Did he go off? Yes, but was he chastised with the rod of men? No. Right? And how did he go off? You read First Kings the 11th chapter. He started loving these heathen women, which wasn't the problem, right? But he started loving them. But then the problem was he started worshiping their gods, right? And also the gods of his wives, the Israelite women he was dealing with, right? Now you look at Yahushua, when he lived as in the world as Yahushua, he was sinless. He never sinned, right? But yet he was chastised with the rod of men, right? So I'll continue on here, right? Just picking out some John the 9th chapter. Start from the top. It says, and Yahushua passed by, and as Yahushua passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth, and his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? And even that on there is what you call it, a point, because it's showing you, because he was blind from birth, right? So he's saying, when did he sin? Because he was born blind. When did he sin in his last life? Right? Why is this man blind? Showing you that in the ancient world they had an understanding of reincarnation. Right? It says that Yahushua answered, neither hath this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest in him. Right? 1 Corinthians 14:32, and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets, right? Because when they come back in their same lots, right? When King David came back, he came back as Peter, which is why the same thing was allotted to them. The same the same position was allotted, right, to both King David and Peter. It's not what's the word? A contradiction. Just because they're the same person, right? It says, and he said unto me, Revelations 10:11, right? In fact, 1 and 7 as well. Let me grab that. And Revelation 10:11, and he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings, right? And John the Revelator, he died. Right? There's no record of him leaving the island of Patmos. Right? He died. Right? So what's that talking about? I'm just basically saying he's gonna come back in the reincarnation. Right, and Revelation 1 and 7, behold, he cometh with clouds, right, which is the chariots, which is what Esau, the so-called white man, refers to as UFOs. Right, it says, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, all kindreds of the earth shall woe because of him, even so Amen. Right, now, it's basically saying when the Lord comes back, everyone that pierced, those individuals that pierced him, right, they're gonna be there to witness it, which means they're here today. So you tell me you've got some 2,000-year-old per people just walking around? No, it's a reincarnation, right? All right, so yeah, that was that. So like I said, there was several things, not right in this in this video, right? But yeah, this is proof why you need to get taught scriptures and stay in the scriptures. Because even in the when they played the video of what was being said, there were a load of expletives being thrown around. But you know what? Yeah, when you stick to the scriptures, that's what hurts more. That is what hurts more, right? Because then you no one can say, but you said this. No. All they can say is the Bible said it, right? This is Hebrews 4 and 12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Right, so this word is what cuts. Right, this word is really what cuts. Right, so when we tell Esau that he's going into slavery, right, if I'm just saying it, it's like, he can be like, oh yeah, whatever, what have you. Right, but when you show him it through the scriptures that he's going into slavery, then he starts getting hurt, which is why he's not had Great Millstone make a statement. Right, and then when they have put up Great Millstone, they've chopped up the video, man. Right, to show a completely different side of a completely different angle. Right, like I said, proving that he is the devil, the deceiver. Right, so I'll read this again. Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children, because they are, you are your forefathers. Right, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. What am I doing? Right, 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6, seeing it is a righteous thing of the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Right, that's that revenge. Right, Revelations 18 and 6, it says, reward her even as she rewarded you. Right, and how will we reward it, man? With slavery. Right, that's what it says, and double unto her double according to her works, in the cup which she hath filled through to a double. And that's not talking about just a straight double. That's saying, look, man, what she has done, hey, get revenge on her. Right, all of the things that has been done to the children of Israel, right, that's going to be returned onto your own head. Right, Revelations 13 and 9. And if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints. Right, so here scripture saying, in fact, I actually missed it. I'll touch on that. Right, this is here, it's saying, look, man, if you lead the people into captivity, you're gonna have to go into captivity. Right, that is the judgment that is me. Right, and you'd be like, oh, but two wrongs don't make a right. Well, this scripture here, 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6, is saying otherwise. Right, because that ain't a wrong. When this is righteous. Right, in fact, I've got it as one of the precepts here myself. Exodus 21:16. Exodus 21:16, right, says, and he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. When Esau stole a man and he sold a man, right, and we're still found in his hand to this day. Right, so he is going to have to face a judgment for that. The thus says the Holy Scriptures, right? Genesis, Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Right, and but those guys have all died, right? Which once again is what Isaiah 14 and 21. Right, and the understanding of reincarnation is important, right? Because it shows that you are your fathers and you are back here today, and you will be judged, right? On this side, if you're in the land of America and you're of the elect of Israel, right, then you're going to be fried up. That's your punishment this time around. Fried up by the ICBM nuclear missiles. Right, spoken about in Isaiah 54:16, Zechariah 14 and 12, 2 Peter 3 and 10, Malachi 4, right, so on and so forth. Right, Isaiah 34, Isaiah 13. Right, and then after that, pursuant to Obadiah, you save slavery, and then you'll be done away with forever if you Edomite. Right. Right, and then, hey, yeah, and another one to to these groups and these guys, all these guys getting interviewed, right? Look, man, bring out the scriptures, man. Cut these people, right? Because these guys are they're holding back the gospel, and they in certain instances they're going off on the gospel, man. Right, so it's 1 Corinthians 9:16. For though I preach not the gospel, for though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe's unto me if I preach not the gospel. Right, so you'll be destroyed if you don't preach the gospel, man, and more so if you don't preach the gospel in the right way, right, which these people are. I mean, like I said, this you look at this guy's name, right? This guy ain't a Hebrew Israelite. Right, he's or rather, let me rephrase it. He ain't looking like anyone who's of the elect. Look at the way he spelled his name. He's basically in bed with Esau. What does the scripture say? They'll hand join in hand, right? It was it says if basically if you join onto them, you shall be thrust through in Isaiah 13th chapter, right? Coming with that whole PC bullshit. From what we've seen here, this guy ain't of the elect, right? I was saying that not stress from what we've seen here, because I ain't the most high, right? But from what we've seen here, this guy ain't of the elect. If anything, he's coming across like an agent, because like I said, who is this guy? No, nobody knows you. Yet you're the face of Israel, right? They should have got anyone on here to do an interview. It should have been Apostle Tahar. Right, and if not Apostle Tahar, one of the apostles on down, man. Right? Defenders of the gospel, people that preach the gospel, that are instant in season and out of season. This is Matthew 11:6. It says, and blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. Right, and this individual here, man, he's offended in the gospel. Right, because when you watch this, you can watch. I don't want to get a copyright strike or whatever. Right, when you watch this video, right, he's not even defending the gospel, right? Because he's being asked, is that hateful? Is that hateful? Is that hateful? And he's just not answering, right? This is Matthew 10:33. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven, right? And this is also directed at brothers now, because look, man, the apostles have been telling you this is going to happen. That our faces are going to start being thrown across the TV screen or whatever, what have you, right? Hey, you need to make sure you're prepared and ready for that spiritually, right? And not to be offended in Yahweh Shai, right? And not to deny him, right? And to remember, hey, because you could be like, nah, fuck this and fall out, right? And then guess what? They'll use an old clip, because the clip that they used of the brothers here, this is an old clip, man. This is an old clip from several years ago. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe one of the individuals in this video isn't even in the camp anymore, right? So he was thinking, nah, I've got away, right? That no one's gonna know. But now his face is plastered all over the news, right? And if not, because it says where it came from, YouTube Red Sky. So if a guy wants to watch the rest of the video, right, he will go through the video and see the individual, right? Because I forget who it is that who's no longer with these brothers, and I don't want to point at anyone. Lest I be mistaken, right? Right. But now, yeah, your face is all plastered. So if your face is gonna be plastered all over the TV screen, you might as well teach the word in truth and sincerity, and in its fullness, because it's all gonna come for you anyway. You might as well just do it. Right? You might as well teach the word in truth and sincerity with the nastiness of the scriptures, right? Because Esau will come for you anyway, right? And at least if Esau comes for you and you kept on teaching the word, then the Lord won't deny you before His Father, Right, the Lord will be with you. Right, in fact, let me read verse 32. Whosoever shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven, which is what we're going to be having to do more and more. Our faith is going to be tested, whether we'll cower out like a bitch or whether we'll stand stiffly for the name of the Lord. Right? This is Acts 20 and 27. For I have not shunned to declare unto you all the counsel of the Most High. Right, so our job is to declare everything, no matter how unattractive it is to the world. Right? I mean, like for instance, this guy, like I said, at the end, you watch to the end, he gets asked, "Are we all equal?" One guy was like, "Yeah, well, Deuteronomy 7 and 6." Right? But like I said, it's a brothers, man. The time is coming. Persecution is coming, and you just got to pray that you're ready for it. Right? This is another sign that Esau's kingdom is going down. So this is a good thing, right? So Lord's will, this has been edifying. Until the next time, I say, Shalom.